14 Sierra Whiskey 007.
Bonjour, hello. Little update on the projects. Now I'm just heading down the mountain to make a little further investment. Roads are quiet. It's a beautiful day. And I'm about to be interrupted. Okay, just someone up behind. Little bit of a blah blah blah. And as is the way in the mountains, off season, you pretty much know everyone that's on the road. So anyway, yeah, lovely day today, cloudless, no wind, 20 degrees up the mountain, probably about 30 odd down in the valley. But I'm on my way down to just get another couple of items for, shut the window while I'm doing this, a couple of items for the projects. You know, it's a radio thing, it's not just a case of switch the thing on, plug an antenna in. You've got to make things so that it all works, and it all works easily, efficiently, quickly and safely. So one thing I have here is the power supply. I'm going to address that right now because I drive an automatic, so if I go up the mountains with radio gear and all the rest of it, if I am in a remote location and I run the battery down in the car, it's a problem. So I'm going to rectify that just now. Later videos will go on exactly how it goes, because obviously some of it's going to be quite experimental. The lads in Scotland, Matthew 108 Alpha Tango 103 and Mark 108 Alpha Tango 102, they're coming on fine with their side of it all. I'll put a couple of pictures in now and explain what's what with them. So here we have the cross section of the main rods, and these are the main rods that go into the ends of them, and this is assembled. Let's zoom out. There we go, that's the thing out. Still to be extended out further. We have the stub mast with the black mounting point, shrunk wrap. There we have the stub cross with the guy rings and everything fully assembled. A bit of a close up on that one. And just looking at the main fiberglass rods here, the main fiberglass extendable rods. These will be like the structure of what's going to come. So it's all coming together quite nicely there, and yeah, we should have things operational fairly soon. So I'll cut loose just now. I'm going to go down the valley, carry on down the valley, and a little update once I've actually made my purchase of the day. So here's what's going on. This is all the mounting poles ready to go. They fit in the car just nicely in the back there, not in the way. And the idea is to have not just the President Lincoln in the car with the mag mount slightly modified, but the idea is I want to put the Yaesu, the big radio, in here as well. Now, one of my recent deliveries from UK was to have a power lead, a separate power lead, so I don't need to mess around with wires. The radio can come out the house and straight into the car and get plugged in. And the idea as well is, with it being automatic, never run the battery down, so behind the seat, permanently installed and will be covered. I've just bought that. So a 95 amp hour battery, a 95 amp battery should do the job. I've got the connections for it too, and the idea will be that I'll have a permanent connection here. It's just a plug in the radio job, and I can charge it off the car when I'm not actually using it, and I'll have something set up there for that. So I've got the test run complete. I'm just sitting at the back door of the building here, and what I've got is a section of pole here with this bracket. Sorry Jason, I forgot the name of it, and it's dead easy to erect, just 4 bolts to tighten up. It doesn't really even need to go that tight, and this sits just nicely in the corner of the door with this towel, this old rag towel, just to make sure that it doesn't damage the car at all. Once it's up, it can be turned by hand from inside the car here, right next to me there. So it's all held in place, just a couple of bungee cords onto the front wheel, and job's a good one. So what we've got is that bottom section, which bolts on to the next one, which is 2.5 meters. Bottom one is 1.5 meters. Then I have a double bracket system on here for connecting up the two of them together, and we carry on up to a total height of 6 meters to the top, which I think should do the job. It's quite good. All I need is something to put on top of it now. Now the intention for me will be to have this on the driver's side, and I'll be actually stationed in the driver's side as it were, because all the gubbins is all here. So I'll take you through what's all in here. It's kind of like a mobile office and radio shack, but it's just as easy to put it on the other side, on the driver's side. I just did it there just for convenience of actually doing the test run. So as we get into the car, what we've got is the radio, which, oh dear, it's our friend from up the road playing at being Mr. Perfect. Right, so anyway, got the radio set up in here, made up a nice little piece of board so that one, the radio can breathe from underneath, and two, it's just convenient for having my notes beside or whatever. And it's all powered. The way this is awkward running the camera around inside the car like this, but it's all powered from, I have just invested in a battery down here. So when I need a bit more power out of the battery, then dead easy just to clip on these fellas. Now I was going to use a switch, but I much prefer something that I can physically see, and that is now connected up to the main power system in the car, the same power system as the Lincoln, which doesn't have an aerial on it just now. It does need a light. If any of you guys fancy sending me over a couple of these light bulbs for the display, it'd be appreciated. I'll reimburse as appropriate. So yeah, the audio system on the radio, this is the audio out, and I've got it running into the aux in on the stereo system. So using the stereo system in the car, 6-speaker system, as the sound system for the radio. Now this piece of wood, I just picked it out of the workshop, and it fits perfectly, nudges in against this tripod, which is a permanent fix for the cameras and stuff on top, and I have a little mount here that I can place anywhere for cameras just to get shots on the radio and stuff. In here as well, apart from the stereo, got quite a lot of powered up gubbins and stuff. We have the Garmin GPS. We have the dash cam, the snowflake, the mount for the phone, and basically that's the working conditions in the car as of now. And I've got this radio, the FT450D. It's plugged into a little patch lead out the back here into a male connector, so I can fit a separate SWR meter, linear or whatever I want on there. It's also handy to have the extra length for moving the radio about if I want to sit outside and do it or whatever. So that's the setup. Oh, seem to stick that up there. But I get a really good quality of the audio off the sound system in the car, and it doesn't interfere too much when I transmit. So, and just back to the battery, I can always just cover it up with an old sheet when I'm not using it and stuff, and it's nicely tucked away, it's not in sight, it's safe in case anything falls in the terminals or whatever. And at that it's charging. Take that clip off and it's not charging. I think I'll just turn that nonsense off. So the other advantage as well is, the reason why I've done that is because the car is an automatic. But the other thing as well is that the advantage is that if I do actually end up somewhere in normal usage with a flat battery in the car, I can jump start it off the radio battery with the jump leads. So that's the latest update on the projects, and needless to say, the only thing remaining is the antenna. There's no pressure on these guys because it's going to be a couple of weeks before I can really go and seriously do stuff with this. Still too many tourists about and things like that. So it's looking good for it. I'm pretty happy with the way that's turned out, and it's very easy to construct. 5 minutes to get the pole up. I would say the same to get the antenna constructed when I get it. And that's all we need. Nice to have this little lot behind me, up the mountain somewhere, up at 9,000 feet, 2,800 meters or whatever, and a full 360 turnaround, a full 360 aspect, I think is the word, which with a directional antenna, it's going to be great fun with that. So the extra power of the AC radio, I can also use the Lincoln as well if I want. There's a lot of flexibility. I can bolt a plate on the top of the mast there if I want to put up a small aerial, try out stuff like that. I've got balance that I can use now as well, coils of wire, so if I'm up somewhere and there's not really much prop running that's workable or something, which does happen, then I can whip out and start inventing aerials, make inverted V's off the top of this or whatever. So that's the project underway, well underway, and very near completion. So once again, thanks to Matthew and Mark. Fantastic job that you guys are doing. I can see the quality of the stuff you're making. Absolutely brilliant. So until the next time, thanks very much for watching. Remember, subscribe down there. Click on the alert bell when you've done so, and that will give you notifications of further uploads from Max Mountain World. Remember, make comments down below. You can click on the thumbs up, the thumbs down below. All the feedback is much appreciated. And of course, excellent if you can share this with people online, offline, and really spread the news about my channel. So many people say to me, oh, you deserve a lot more views, you deserve a lot more subs. Let's go for it. Please, please, I appreciate so much your support. I appreciate so much your feedback as well. So until the next video, ciao.